A parabola is a very simple curve and there are n number of methods to draw it. This video will be covering one of such methods and solving this problem as well. Namaste everyone, my name is Srikanth. Welcome to the channel CADiMate, where we give life to education using technologies. So let us proceed. The question can be seen here. It's very simple. So we have a ball thrown from a terrace of a building. The building is 80 mm high and reaches a maximum height of, the ball reaches a maximum height of 100 mm after traveling a horizontal distance of 60 meters from the point of projection. And we have been asked to draw its path. The concept of this problem I have explained in another video. You can watch it out. In this video, we'll just be talking about the steps used to create this curve in AutoCAD. I'll be using this template file, which I generally use for all my drawings. You can find the link to download this template in the description below. So let's begin. First of all, we need to draw the rectangle which will include this curve. So I'll just give the command rectangle REC, click at a point here, choose the dimensions option and give the dimensions. So it is telling that the ball reaches a maximum height of 100 meters while traveling a horizontal distance of 60. So we have to draw a rectangle of 60 horizontal length and vertical being 100. So 60 horizontal, vertical 100. You can see that the rectangle has been drawn and I have to click on one of the ends. Next, I will explode this so that each of the line segments will become free. Next, I will select all these lines, create a mirror of this onto the other side. Now I need to divide this line and this line into same number of equal parts. I will use divide command, select the line. I will be using 5 divisions. You can observe that the divisions are created, but to make the points visible, change the p-tab command and you can see the points are now visible. It is suggested that you make the units absolute, change this to 2. The same divisions we have to form on this line. So divide, select the line, 5 and 2. Now I need to create copies of the vertical line passing through all these points. So give copy command, select this, keep it at all these points, and that's it. Then I will take a line command, starting at this point, joining it to this corner. I will join it here. Escape, again line command, start here, join this point and join here. So I can number this starting at this corner. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. The same I have to do here. So you have to keep in mind that the numbering has to start from the same corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let me get all the points through which the curve has to pass. The intersection of first 2 lines will give me the first point. Let me copy this text, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, keep it here. The intersection of second lines will give me P2. The intersection of third lines will give me P3 and so on. So this value is P1, this is P2, P3 and P4. Okay, next we need to mirror this entire thing on the other side. So instead of mirroring all these lines and making the diagram look very complicated, we can do a simple stuff, like we can just draw lines from this point to this perpendicular. So do the same for all these points. Once we got all these lines, the same distance needs to be reflected on the other side. So I will just mirror it. So I have selected all the lines, MI enter, then I will click 2 points on this center line and press enter. So what it will do is it will create a mirror of this line about this particular line. So the length of these two is same, these two is same, these two is same, and same here. So that will allow us, that will provide us with additional points on the right side. So I'll just copy this and I'll continue placing it at these points, and after I've placed, I can just name this as 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now when I draw a spline passing through all these points, I will essentially get a parabola. Now parabola is not just limited to this point, it can also continue beyond this point. So for those of you who just need a parabola within a rectangle, they can just draw up to this point. After this, you just have to draw a spline using SPL, enter, then click all the points. Press enter once you are done with all the points. So this curve that we get is a parabola. Now let us take our discussion a little further and try to concentrate on this particular problem. So it says that the ball is thrown from the terrace of a building which is 80 meters high. So that means the point of projection, this point, is already at a height of 80 meters. So let me take a line from this point downwards for a distance of 80 mm. So this is the height of the building, and this line here becomes the ground. So when we are throwing it from the top here, the ball will continue down this path. So what will be the path taken by the ball after it crosses this particular point? For that, we have to just continue drawing a line here and continue placing the same distance over here. So I will do one thing, I will select this point, copy it from this point. Fine. So the distance between the cursor and the point will remain this much. So I will continue to place this point like this over this point. So now what I can do is I can join this straight here, and I'll have to draw parallel line at the same gap here. So what I'll do, I'll take a copy once again, copy of this line, and I will pick it from this point. Now the distance between the cursor and the line will be same as the distance between these two lines. So that I have to continue placing here. Now what I need is intersection of these. Fine. So since I have reached a point 10, the same I can continue ahead. So the next point P11 can be found at the intersection of this and this. I will just use the extend command, EX, double enter, and click on this. So this point that I'm getting, Control C, Control V, is P11. Next is at the intersection of this and this. So once again I will use EX, enter, and I will extend it. We can see the point is coming out here. So this point here is P12. The point P12 is below the ground. That means if we have to draw the trajectory of the ball till it touches the ground, this will be enough for us. So now let us go ahead and draw this path once again, and this time we will not only get the path till this point P10, but also the ball continues down to P11 and P12. Once I am done selecting all the points, I'll just press enter to finalize it. So this here is the complete path taken by the ball from the point of projection on the building to the point under the ground. So if you want the point exactly where it touches the ground, I'll just need to break it from this point here up to this. So this spline, you can see it is touching the ground at this point here. So if you want to find the distance of the ball from the building where it touches the ground, we have to take the dimension option here, the horizontal distance. This is the base of the building and this is the point where the ball touches the ground. So we can see the ball lands at a distance of 140 meters, 140.43 meters from the building. So that's it for this video. If you want more such videos, subscribe to the channel and stay in contact with us. Of course, give us a thumbs up if you like this video and pass it on to all your friends. Thank you.